All righty, guys. Listen, I want to thank you guys and welcome you to the Florida Coast to Coast football show. I have none other than the DripBoyz 11U head coach of the Plantation Wildcats, Mr. Coach Marvin Alexander. Hey, Coach, thanks for joining me on the show, man. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Hey, listen, anytime, anybody in the state, making some noise, man, I want to bring them on and give them an opportunity to talk about some of the good things that they're doing, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, so Coach, let's go ahead and get right into it, man. One of the things, coming back, from last season, man, COVID has really been affecting everybody, here recently, man. So, how, being that, AYFL didn't have a season last year, how did it affect you coming into this season, making sure that you had all the pieces that you need, to go and have a competitive season?
Well, coming back this season, it was a whole year of no football at all for the majority of my team. Some of them played a little travel ball last year, but it didn't. You know what I'm saying? Division with different teams and whatnot. But the biggest thing was the weight gain for a lot of the kids, man. A lot of the kids put on some weight. A lot of positions was changed.
Okay.
Some of them had skilled players that now play in the trenches now, and that was one of the biggest adjustments for the whole year without football. That was really one of the biggest adjustments. But other than that, they were ready to go, man. We did 7-on-7. We did pretty good in that in the 7-on-7, but ultimately they were ready for some tackle football, man. The kids really missed it.
Yeah. They definitely did, man. Like I said, I deal with teams all around the state, man, and I've seen that, a lot of those kids really did miss it, but, that's the first I've heard, man, that you had some kids that were skilled players that, now they're down in the trenches, man.
It's something that they call that COVID weight. They sit in the house playing PS5, all the little quarantine and the homeschooling and the virtual schooling and all that, man.
Yeah.
It took a toll on some of the kids, man. But some of them they worked the weight off. Some of them are still working the weight off. But it's all right though. We'll get it right.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That was what's up. Hey, listen. So, Coach, man, one thing that's very impressive to me, man. When I see, teams like yourself, that are built to win, man, going out playing top, competition in the preseason, because you and I both know a lot of teams will duck that smoke, man. So, how important was it to you to get an early game against, a high quality opponent, like the 11U Chiefs?
Well, funny thing is actually we were scheduled to play. I don't know if you're familiar with the Treasure Coast Patriots.
Yeah, I'm familiar with them. Of course.
At the minute, I think a week before the game, Coach Mark called me and told me, they had just joined the new league and they had to turn their books in and whatnot, and so they weren't going to be able to make the trip. Okay, then the next thing you know, I get a phone call from Jack with Coach Cool on the phone as well, and we set it up and it was ready, set, go, man. When you playing, when you gonna get the opportunity to play against a nationally ranked team like that, man, it brings out the best in you. And you're really anxious to show what it is that you can do on that particular level of football, man. So we appreciate the work from Cool, man, and we welcome it. Even after the season going once our season's over with, and we make it to nationals, we'll be there.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So, Coach, just for you personally, like I said, a lot of coaches, they won't take that game, especially on short notice. So. What was it about that particular game that you say, look, even on short notice, we're going to go ahead and take this game?
Listen, man, why not? That's how I look at it. Why not?
Okay.
Why not? It's an opportunity to show that you can play on that level. It's an worst case scenario. Check this out. They get the best of you. You go back that week, and you fix the things that needed to get fixed. You make some adjustments. Good thing is you did get the best. If they did get the best of you, it happened in preseason and not week one against Hot Rod.
Yeah, over Delray. Hey, listen. Hey, listen, man. I love that answer, man, because at the end of the day, what's the worst that can happen? You lose a little league football game.
Thank you. You understand what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of guys that they'll try to shy away from it. Oh no, we ain't doing nothing. This, and like the terminology, it's just work. Really, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Really, it doesn't count. And we keep talking about the worst case scenario. You're still 0-0.
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, worst case scenario, man. You lose a little league football game, man. You live to fight another day, man. And that's really what it's about, man. So, Coach, we all know that South Florida football is a different animal than anything else, man. And all of the kids know one another with social media. All the kids, all the coaches, everybody know one another. Everybody's connected. What did you do, or did you have to do anything to make sure your kids were focused going into that game and not getting caught up, in the hoopla of, how it get down there with a lot of those big games coming up?
Man, let me explain something to you. All we had to do as coaching staff was let those kids know who we were playing.
Okay.
And as far as motivation goes, it was enough. We told them who we were playing, and they were ready. They were ready. I mean, we worked hard during the offseason with the conditioning program, and we started putting the install and whatnot. And like I said, we was prepared to play Coast, but once the opponent changed, and we let them know we were playing. And like you said, they all know each other.
Yeah.
After the game, they're gonna sit down and talk back and forth. They all of them, some of them go to the same schools and whatnot. Man, we didn't have to do much to prepare the kids. They were ready to go. They were ready to go.
they're ready to make it happen, huh? Now, according to those guys, man, listen, that's another team that's built to win, and looking at the game, on paper, I knew it was going to be a good game, because I'm very familiar with your team, and I'm very familiar, with Coon's team as well, but going into that game, where did you feel as though your team, had the advantage, or what did you feel as though you would be able to have success, going into that game?
Okay, if there was an advantage, I think the atmosphere, the environment. It was a home game for us. They're used to playing there. The last time we played there was a Super Bowl game that we won back when we were 9U. So I think if there had to be an advantage, that would have been at the home field. They're playing in front of their family and friends and whatnot. A bigger crowd. I mean, and they're used to it. They're used to it. So I think if there was an advantage, that was probably it. Just the environment they're used to.
Yeah, having the home field.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, now, and another thing, Coach, man, there's always been, ever since they created the AYFL, a while back, there's always been a natural, AYFL, FYFL rivalry, especially amongst the top teams, down in, South Florida. Now, is there any added pressure to you and your staff, when you are, going to play, one of those top FYFL teams?
I wouldn't call it pressure, but I'd say anxious. We were anxious to show what we can do. We were anxious to show everyone that we can play on that level of football. I got a coaching staff that's been around for a while, that's coached in big games and whatnot. And it's a great staff that we put together. We've been with these kids since 8U. Okay. And we were ready, man. We were anxious to show it. We were anxious to show it. And like you say, there's a big rivalry between the AYFL and the FYFL, and there's certain perceptions and that the AYFL is soft, and the more challenges in the FYFL, or the more tougher kids are in the FYFL. And we just want all the whole little league world to know, man. I mean, the AYFL is here, man. We got some good teams too, and hopefully we'll get more opportunities to prove that to everyone.
Yeah, hey, listen, the AYFL is definitely a tough league, man. When I host my events and the AYFL teams come through, man, they always have a good showing. They always, they don't lose very much. You know what I mean? When they leave South Florida, those teams definitely do not lose very much. So, that's definitely a testament, to the quality of players and coaching, and that you guys do have, over in the AYFL.
Yeah, man. And I don't do too much of talking and going back and forth. I'm more of an action guy myself. And I hope that there's more teams in the AYFL that is willing to take the challenge, man. You get challenged by the FYFL, sure, man. We play ball too. We all put y'all pants on the same way we do, one leg at a time. And I just think toughness comes from what you instill in the kids during that week. So I don't necessarily think it's a league versus the league. It's how you coach the kids, how you prepare them. And I think based on how you do that, it'll show on the field on Saturday or whenever we do play.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, man, it's good. It's good to have a rival, man. Growing up in your neighborhood, you gonna have a rival against, another neighborhood. You go to a certain high school, you're gonna have a rival, at another high school, man. And being that you guys, share, share a territory, it's always gonna be a natural rival down there. And as long as as long as both leagues are using that to make one another better, man, that's really what it's all about.
Oh yeah, and hopefully too. I mean. If they do what they're supposed to do in their league, and we do what we're supposed to do in our league, we'll meet again after when the year's over with. I welcome it.
Listen, I don't think you'll be able to avoid it, man. If everybody take care of the league, man, and you guys are sitting at the top, at the end, just like a couple years ago when you came over to Fort Miles with the team, man. Some games just have to be played, man. Some games just have to be played.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Now, Coach, you guys really came out and had a good showing, man, and I was very, very impressed. With you guys in the trenches, and how well you guys actually ran the ball, in that game, and playing a tough game like that, in the preseason. How do you feel as though that will help you, going into your AYFL season? Because, like you say, you guys are, starting the season out, with Hot Rod and those guys over at Delray, who's always a tough opponent.
Like this is the thing. Being able to play a nationally ranked team like that before the season starts, the kids are on a high right now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's how it is from here on out. And their mindset, whoever line up in front of them, they gonna give it to them. And when you play a nationally ranked team like that, and a well-coached team like Coon has over there, and you have some level of success, that helps you a great deal. You're getting ready for that first week. We had a great week of practice this week. And it's gonna show this Saturday week if Fred allows that.
Yeah. if Fred.
Hopefully he gets a chance.
Hey, listen. I really hope and one of the reasons why I do this show is that I do hope that other coaches are paying attention, man, and with guys like yourself who are competing at a high level. You have teams that are competing at a high level. That they see that, man, at the end of the day, it's just youth football, man. And that, we're just trying to do what we can to put these kids in the best possible position to be successful, at whatever it is, that they do. So, in short, take the fade, man. Take the fade. Go out there, take the fade, man. Get to work, man.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Like I say, at the worst case scenario, guess what? It's a long season, man.
Yeah.
The marathon is not a sprint. You lose one, dust yourself up, get up, fix your mistakes, and get ready for the next week, man. It is what it is. Like I say, man, just come prepared to play. It'll be all right.
Hey, it'll be. Everybody gonna wake up tomorrow, man.
There you go.
Hey, Marvin, man, listen, I'm not going to hold you too much longer, man. And listen, is there anything else that you feel as though the audience needs to know? Anything you want to plug, man? You got the floor, man.
I just want to thank my coaching staff, my team moms, all my parents. I got the best parents, the best team moms, the best coaching staff in Little League football right now. And they have a lot to do with our success. So I just want to give them a shout out right now. And also I want to give a shout out to my homeboy, Chip Saber, man. He the one that puts everything together, and he the one that makes this work. He know who I'm talking about.
Hey, that was what's up, man. Hey, Coach, I was nervous, man. I know you don't really get into the internet stuff, man. So I was nervous to ask you to come on, man. But I'm glad that you decided to, I'm glad that you said you decided to come on, man, and talk to the people a little bit about some of the things you're doing over there with the DripBoyz, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man, and I thank you for having me, man.
All right, thanks a lot. Hey, double salute to you, Coach, man. Listen, you have my information. If there's ever anything I can do for you, man, you can give me a call anytime, boss.
We'll do.
All right, appreciate it, man. You enjoy the rest of your evening, Coach.
All
right, thank you.